Tonight on Balderdash, we'll be investigating foreign relations in Germantown, checking out the past and future of ITV programming, and Mike Rich will be providing valuable information about the state of entertainment. Here starts Balderdash, the most watched show on ITV at this very moment.
I'm Cheryl Bruton.
And I'm Jonathan Ripp.
More strained relations for the U.S. abroad this week. Sweden has finally joined other countries in denouncing President Bush's addiction to blue ties.
In national news, a Michigan court struck down a law which would have forced welfare recipients to pass a drug test in order to receive benefits. In a related story, Michigan's percentage of former child TV stars claiming residency in Michigan has tripled since the court ruling.
In science news, Johns Hopkins has released a study examining which animals are most often killed in the roadway. Squirrels, deer, and raccoons topped the list, while chickens were at the bottom. When doctors were questioned why chickens were less likely to be hit, they said it is due to the chicken's innate ability to think, "Why should I cross this road?"
In a separate study released by the University of Maryland, researchers revealed that virgins were 100% less likely to have sex than non-virgins.
Maryland's favorite town with the word town in it has been at the center of quite a legend. Let's go to our man Brown, who has filed this report.
The definition of a legend is a myth, but spelled differently. At Montgomery College in Germantown, Maryland, many a legend has come and gone. In 1994, students discovered endless amounts of information by way of the internet. By 2003, they were using it to steal music and play solitaire. But the legend that has these students in a hubbub is the globe. In 1961, the now famous globe was created as a life ark for intellectuals, politicians, and really hot women to live on if Earth was ever destroyed in a nuclear war. 3 days after its completion, Scottish scientists revealed it was just too friggin' small. The globe was then sent to rural Germantown, since very large spheres fascinate Germans. In 1986, residents decided to build a college around it, with the globe serving as a reminder to the students that this is, in fact, what they are standing on. However, as the years passed, the college students began to hear a silent encoded message emanating from the globe. Soon, students began to follow the message.
People used to try out for the team all the time, but recently, as soon as I say the words Germantown baseball, everybody hits the deck or runs away screaming, "We surrender," as soon as I say the words German.
But to get to the heart of any story at Montgomery College, one must go to Old Man Williams. The father of middle-aged man Williams, Old Man Williams has been a campus gym teacher, academic counselor, and French existentialist writer.
I was in Paris for WW1, and I'm walking around and I'm listening to them talking, and it sounds like English, but it ain't English. Then I remembered, I ain't in America, I'm in Europe. I snuck over and I stole that there Napoleon's little pony right out from under their stupid noses. And I drove it, rode it, whatever, all the way to Berlin. And you know what I did, Dan? I whooped that there fur with my own bare hands. Kicked his butt, I did. I swear, honest to God, that is the truth.
When told that neither Hitler nor Napoleon was involved in World War I, Old Man Williams sucker punched me and stole the camera. Residents in Germantown have expressed mild acceptance to their new Bohemian college.
Yeah, I already told you, we promise no problems as long as we get to take the Czech sausage factory.
But for the most part, students remain in high spirits.
J'aime les recrues et je ne peux pas mentir. Les autres potes ne peuvent pas nier. Quand une fille entre avec une taille minuscule et une queue ronde, tu bandes.
Join us next time for another edition of Campus Legends.
If you thought the NBA was street, wait till the fall on ITV.
50 Cent, Tony A. Yeah, and you don't stop. I do a 187 on your motherfucking block. Yeah, and it don't quit. It's G-Unit in your yeah, and it don't stop. I do a 187 on your motherfucking block. Yeah, and it don't quit. It's G-Unit in your
Doug Kennis on ITV. Bo Shizzle, my nizzle.
That eggshell white, that tan in the brown for XL 6 or 7-4 pound. Suede seats.
That piece offended me greatly. Just looking at the implications of violence and sexuality and not even mentioning the blatant racial and homophobic undertones makes me feel uneasy.
Jelly's my favorite donut, but glazed with sprinkles is good too. I wonder if you put a jelly between two glazed if it'd be good too. I bet it would. Oh, I bet it would.
The record industry has reported a 6% drop in total record sales. Music insiders blame a weak economy and illegal song swapping online. Record buyers blame crappy music.
3 people in England were found guilty of fixing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. They used a system of coughs and sneezes in order to signal which was the correct answer. Cheaters!
Really get that checked out.
It's just a little allergy, but it'll clear up.
Let's check out another show now airing on ITV.
Further proof to never overestimate the American television audience, American Bobby. And here are our celebrity judges, the hosts of Balderdash, Jonathan Ripp and Cheryl Bruton.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, how you doing?
And now a special treat. We couldn't afford Simon, so we've got Greg Moonbeam Trotter from the last episode of Balderdash.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for inviting me, and I'm like one of those special brownie treats. Free spirit guy from California here.
And like every week, our lone contestant, programs assistant, and budget whiz, Miss Bobby Price.
Thank you for having me again.
That is a great outfit, Bobby. I'd just like to say you are the American Bobby in that.
Thank you, thank you.
You know, Bobby, it looks like to me you don't get out much. You need to start riding a little bit and get out, you know, and chill out, check out concerts and stuff, and lights and colors, man. It's great.
It's not very nice.
Moonbeam, we haven't started yet.
Sorry, I'm a little faded there, Jimmy.
Whenever you're ready, Bobby.
Well, tonight I'd like to start off with a song. Have you ever been a-fishing on a bright and sunny day?
Very good, excellent.
You can really hit those high notes. I think that is by far the best children's song I have ever heard.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know, my days I used to work at a farm sometimes, and I used to play around with donkeys, and they hit higher notes better than you know. I'll just tell you though, you know, I used to clean up the dookie too on the ground, and I clean that up before I listen to you again sing, any day of the week.
I don't think that's nice.
You know, a lot of things aren't nice in life. You know, my mom refused to breastfeed me when I was 13, you know, and, you know, I got over it. I did.
We've heard you like to do some comedy, Bobby. Why don't you go ahead?
Why do they call it a movie? I mean, if you think about it, nothing really moves. So they should call it a stilly.
That is so true, Bobby. Never thought of that before.
You know, the sinking of the Titanic had more laughs than you, and so did Leonardo DiCaprio. Ugh.
That's just wrong, dog. This is her dream.
You know, my dream involves Jane Fonda in her Barbarella outfit. You know, a carton of soy milk and a big bag of Jamaican.
All right, Moonbeam, that's enough.
You know, Jimmy, you're harshing my mellow. You should have got Simon in this thing.
My name's not Jimmy. And finally, Bobby, would you like to do some theater for us?
To be or not to be, that is the question.
Bravo. I mean, very moving.
You know, Bobby, it's not to be. It's not. You know, I could have gotten Janis Joplin, dug her up a little bit and have her, you know, strings and stuff, and she could act better than you any day of the week.
Do you ever have any good thing to say?
And there you have it. Another Bobby comes closer to her dream of being Bobby. Good night.
Do celebrities' opinions really matter? With many Hollywood actors and actresses speaking out about the war and other important social issues, we've decided to ask our entertainment experts, Mike Rich, who's out west in glitzy Duluth, Minnesota, and Mike Rich, who's in fabulous Germantown, Maryland, about the importance of these celebrities' opinions. Mike, do people really care what Hollywood people think?
Absolutely, Cheryl. No one in America is more grounded or in touch with the American consciousness than LA's glam scene.
Cheryl, can I say something derogatory?
Go ahead, Mike.
You're an idiot. No one cares what pampered, plastic surgery-enhanced actors think.
I do. I've always felt one's IQ is proportional to the amount of stomach crunches they can do.
Fox News, CNN, heck, even MSNBC have political commentators with college degrees. Almost actors can't even pronounce Al-Qaeda, and you're gonna believe them?
Yes, and I want to know exactly who they're dating and what gifts they're buying each other. I can't get through the day without seeing the ticker on E telling me what new gift Ben bought J-Lo.
I think Mike is trying to say people are allowed to have opinions and actors have the right to voice theirs.
Cheryl, where in the Constitution does it say we have a right to free speech?
I'm pretty sure it's in the Bill of Rights, Mike.
Really?
Mike, do you think the American people are listening to celebrities?
Of course. Who else are they going to listen to? Ugly people they don't know? Who better to ask how to fix the economy than Tom Cruise? He's rich.
Your ignorance must be very fun.
They let me swim in the kiddie pool.
So, Mike, you believe the American people needs to not only listen to celebrities, but actually follow their advice?
Yes, but not John Travolta. I don't know who's recommending scripts to him, but he needs to be fired ASAP.
Cheryl, can I insult him again?
Yes, Mike.
You are very, very stupid.
Okay, we have just a few seconds left for each of you to have a closing remark.
I just want Americans to hear a bunch of different opinions and then make a judgment for themselves about important issues.
Mike?
I just want Americans to blindly follow a few elite people that the media bestow an untouchable royal glaze over because it's easier to understand CSI success than the geopolitical ramifications of creating a democratic state in Iraq. And check out the XXX DVD. It's packed with extra goodies.
Thank you both for joining me today. Stay with us as we share with you this next piece, which comes before the second one that comes after it. Who writes this?
Oh, Billy, courtship can be quite confusing. It used to be you could buy a girl for a nickel and some taffy. But don't despair, Billy. With Montgomery College and you'll be dancing in a safe and appropriate manner in no time. Firstly, confidence in a boy is very attractive to a girl. One must remember that confidence comes from obeying every word your parents say. Anyway, when approaching a girl, always remember to look into her eyes and speak in a clear, concise, God-fearing manner. Uh-oh, Billy. Looks like your lady friend is not interested in your Bazooka Joe gum wrapper collection. No, Billy. Crying and showing emotional depth is not the way to show a girl you care. Now that's the ticket, Billy. Now that the courtship is over, it's time to head over to the local hotspot, the Montgomery College Library. Silly Billy, you need a table to discuss important books and topics of the day. Don't know what to discuss, Billy? Some subjects women love to hear about include the importance of shaving their body hair, their inability to earn the same wage as a man, and how much they act like their mother. Oh no, Billy Bill, someone has ruffled her feathers. maybe discuss a book that everyone likes. Stupendous choice. No girl can turn down the dreamy tales of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Abort, Billy, abort! What we have here is a girl who thinks she's deserved the right to vote. Run, Billy, run! Remember, girls, independent thought can lead to sadness, weight gain, and acne. So join us next time on Montgomery College and You, where we'll discuss how reefer madness started the Korean War.
Local man Ryan McNeely became the first person to call the Pert Plus hotline to have them explain how to properly use the shampoo. The operator reportedly told him to put a nickel-sized portion of the shampoo in his hands and then rub his head until it was lathered, and then never reproduce any offspring.
Staying in the region, coffee giant Starbucks will be opening another store inside the Starbucks on Rockville Pike.
Tired of being uncoordinated? Suddenly collapsing, getting crushed by the giant orange ball? Then join me, Nico, as I teach you the ancient Japanese secrets of good, healthy living. Oh, that's good beer right there. Tasty. We'll discuss a diet that consists of fish, pies, and eating bananas like a Nancy boy. Or glove. Exercising is also an important factor of good health. I, Nico, will teach you some basic Japanese routines such as moving very large checkers, clock turning, and boxing dog. He's awfully cute. Lastly, we'll talk about how to improve your spiritual well-being and heterosexual pandas. This fall, watch me, Nico, as I take you to eternal bliss, and if you don't watch, I shall turn into the epileptic kitty. All fall beneath me in Tokyo and Nagasaki.
Nico Show is sponsored by this guy, this girl, and that guy.
I think that we need to get you to start watching Nico this fall.
Like some cat's gonna scare me. Oh, sorry, Nico, sorry. A riot erupted this weekend in the Washington Convention Center as center executives accidentally booked the Magic the Gathering convention at the same time as the Dungeons & Dragons convention. Several 4th level elves, 2 8th level wizards, and a diamond warlock were killed.
The American Association of America has listed new ways to be a good citizen during these hectic times. Some suggestions include buying several different types of duct tape, reporting people driving cars without American flags, and I'm not going to read that anymore. Just let me tell you what I have my own opinions about this.
And here are a few tips every real man should know. Eric?
Are you there?
Thanks, guys. Hello again, I'm Eric Bruton. Earlier I showed you how to pick up chicks. Now I'm here to discuss a more important matter, tampons, and how to choose the right one. Now some of you might believe that tampons come in only one color, one size, one scent. Oh, the misconceptions. As you can see, they're slim, super, wide, hefty, gargantuan, scented, unscented, pearl, applicator, non-applicator, and the all-time #1 question, paper or plastic? It's enough to drive chicks mad. You see, it's not the hormones that makes them unbearable, it's the choices. Now let's tackle size first. You need to pick a size that corresponds with your unique feminine drainage. Whether you're flowing like Niagara Falls or trickling like a leaky faucet, there's a size for you. Now, scented is really a personal issue, but if you've got a date, ladies, please use scented. I mean, please go scented. And finally, paper versus plastic. Really, who cares? You throw it out anyway. And come on, are you really gonna recycle that? I'll wager not. Now I hope some of you have learned something from me today. Now back to you in the studio.
Tonight on the tractor we have 15-year-old high school freshman Vera Elliott, who's here to discuss that Florida is a peninsula. Miss Elliott.
Yes, Jonathan. Florida is a peninsula, which means water borders three sides of the state.
Whoa, let me stop you right there. What borders the fourth side?
Georgia and Alabama.
Now you got three sides plus Georgia and Alabama. To me that's five sides, and I think to the American people that's a pentagon. Are you saying that Florida is a pentagon?
No, but both states border it.
Come on, Miss Elliott, you're spinning like a top right now. But let's get back to your original argument that Florida is an island.
I didn't say that, but no. That's
Come on, Miss Elliott. I've been all over Florida. I've seen sand and beaches. To me, sand and beaches equals an island.
On this map, it shows that Florida is connected to the rest of the United States.
You are showing your liberal media Hillary Clinton slant with that map. Let me show you our fair and balanced graphic of Florida.
Okay, let's see that.
As you can see, water surrounds Florida, making it an island, and it's not connected to the lower 37 municipalities.
No, that's not right.
And you lying to millions of Americans isn't right either, Miss Elliott. Miss Liar.
Whoa there! You know what? You're a really mean person.
And I hope you die. Next time on the Rip-Off Tractor, I discuss affirmative action with a puppy. Now coming up, Mike Rich's movie review.
And that's my theory on how midgets will one day rule the world. Oh, hello, and welcome once again to the Mike Rich Split Personality Movie Review. I'm Michael Rich. Hey, what a coincidence, so am I. Our review for this episode of Balderdash is The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, based on the novels of J.R.R. Tolkien. This movie picks up where the first left off, with three storylines converging into one. In the first, Frodo and Sam continue searching for the Castle of Mordor. The second story involves the two other hobbits, Merry and Pippin. The last story branch involves Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas. In their search for Merry and Pippin, they get sidetracked by the return of Gandalf, now the White. My favorite part of the movie was the climatic fight scene at the end and how its story developed. The march of 10,000 soldiers towards Helm's Deep was awe-inspiring when viewed from afar. The battle itself was gritty, dramatic, and intense for a PG-13 rating. And I also thoroughly enjoyed the special effects throughout the movie. You can't say enough about how much time and effort went into making every aspect of the movie look real, especially Gollum. I think for a movie with as much hype as this one, it certainly lived up to it. You know something, Mike? I can understand your feelings about this movie. I even agree somewhat. But there are a few burning questions I'd like to have answered, either by the film's producers or by one of the nerds who follow Tolkien too closely. First, how did the people back then stay clean? I mean, come on! They're out there fighting orcs, running through rocky hillsides, and sleeping on dirt without a shower in sight. I mean, when did they take the time to rinse off with some Coast, or Zest, or some generic store brand of soap? I mean, if there had been a 30-second clip of the hobbits frolicking in a waterfall with a washcloth, I would have been happy. But no. And there weren't even any comments being made about personal hygiene. I was waiting for someone to ask, does it smell like bad onions in here, or is it just me? You know, maybe when the story focuses on one set of characters, the others might have frolicked and cleaned up, and then vice versa. You ever think of that? I didn't actually, but at least the producers made sure the dwarf didn't mind being dirty. And speaking of the dwarf, how the heck did he and the human guy not get a scratch on them when they were battling hundreds of orcs in the big fight scene? Did the orcs get starstruck by Aragorn's rugged handsomeness and suddenly lose their powers? Some of the believability of the movie went away when the two of them went through the enemy like Rosie O'Donnell at a buffet. I think some of that had to do with making the main characters look heroic and daring and help them stand out from the other fighters. I liked it myself. Fine, that's your twisted mind at work. My last gripe has to do with the elf. How many arrows does this guy have? It seemed like he never ran out. Did he enter a special cheat at the beginning of the movie that gave him unlimited ammo like a video game? Inquiring minds want to know. It sounds like you have too much time on your hands. Looks like we'll just have to agree to disagree again. This has been MRSPMR. I'm Michael Rich. And so am I. God, you are always copying me. I mean, look at your pants.
I got them at Walmart.
Come
What
on.
are you talking about?
Thanks for watching, and have a pleasant mid-afternoon.
Thinking about buying a monkey.
Oh, what kind?
A gibbon. It's like $6 grand, but they'll fly around.